What's up, guys? We're in Jack's Beach. This is the Northeast Florida surf fishing forecast for the next few days. If you live in Northeast Florida, you know that the west winds have been cranking today. They're still blowing pretty good. I'd say steady 15 to 20 with higher gust, which has flattened out the Atlantic, Lake Atlantic now. We were in Ponte Vedra earlier checking out the water. It's about a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Same in this area. This west wind has pushed the water out pretty darn far. That should change though. Starting tomorrow, they're calling for northwest light in the morning, switching over to the northeast, 5 to 6 miles an hour. And if you know what the northeast does, that should clean up the water quite fast. The winds are probably going to back off overnight, and that'll help. Things will start to settle out. That northeast wind will hit, and then the water will clean up. Should be, depending on the water temperature. Right now, it's still 64 in Jack's Beach, 61 in Fernandina, 68 in Flagler, but it may drop again overnight, another degree or two. Hopefully not. But tomorrow, the whiting in the afternoon, it might be hitting pretty good. You got that low tide around like 243 or something like that up this way. And if you fished over the weekend, you know that Saturday, we predicted it would be a good day. We had clean water with east winds, and the whiting bite was phenomenal on the incoming tide, guys. I had to get out from the shadow of that building. Then on Wednesday, the winds, same thing, light southeast, 5 to 6. And then on Thursday, southwest, 5 to 6. So you're really looking at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If you're going to fish, the winds won't be the issue. If the water cleans up, you should be able to fill up a bucket at least to get some dinner. Because then come Friday, if you've seen the extended forecast, here we go again. Looks like another northeaster, but with rain. I guess got him fishing, but there is someone swimming out there. Not me. That water's a little too cold for that. Yeah, Mark, if you look where I'm at now, this is a very low impact beach. So typically when it's like that, if you don't have many, well, you can see like right here, look, see how the water is? You can tell when the tide is high. The water's running through here, but it's not very deep, so it's probably not going to hold fish. So you're going to have to throw over and into the drop. So on the low impact beaches, I've always found, for me personally, I do better on the outgoing tide, the last couple hours of outgoing and the first couple hours of incoming, because you're able to reach everywhere you need to go. It's no fun when you got to make a 150-yard cast, 120-yard cast to catch a whiting. I won't cast that far for a whiting. And then the high impact, you go further south of here. You know, it's funny in Ponte Vedra, sometimes after a northeaster it'll be high impact, and another time it'll flatten it out. A few weeks ago, it was a sloped beach, and then it became a high impact beach, so you could fish it at both tides, because with the slope, the water didn't quite come up as high up onto the sand, but it actually just filled in the trough more. In fact, this area I'm in right now, this is it. Y'all know Jack's Beach, it's north of the pier. Before the very first northeaster hit, I want to say in November, which dropped the water temperature and pushed the majority of the Pompano south, this area in here did not look like this. It had become a high impact beach for a short amount of time. In fact, it was literally right in this area here, up and in complete slope, and it was just loaded with sand fleas. You could fish it high and low tide and still have plenty of water in the in between the beach and the sandbar. But the further south you go, you get a lot more high impact beaches. They're good. It's nice to have a high impact beach when you can't always choose the tide you can fish. You can catch fish on those high impact a lot of times on both tides really well. Jack's Beach, unfortunately, is so flat right now, so at the dead high tide, unless you can find a nice little run out or a slough or something, you're going to be launching it as far as you can and then waiting for the tide to start dropping. I mean, so if I was going to fish here on the high tide, obviously, I know that this little area right here, water, you can see it's like a riverbed, right? It's going to run out, and that's where it goes. So at the high tide, I'm going to be up here a little bit. You can see yeah, maybe you can. The high water mark looked like it about 20 yards in front of him, walking right there, okay? So I'm going to be set up literally, I see where that exits out right here, because that's going to create a run out. So at least on the high tide, if you can find a run out, you can still catch fish. All that water coming down the beach exits right there, and it'll create a run. In fact, there's already a run out there. I'll see if I can pick it up on it's always hard to pick them up on these phones unless I get a really high def camera, which maybe that's what I should do. It's already creating a run out right here, straight in front of me. Can you see how that water is just, as it's going out, it's causing all that little upwelling right there, right in that area? That's a run out. It's very shallow right there, but as the tide comes in, the whiting will start to hang out in it. Can you see it, Mark? Does it make sense? I know it don't always pick up well on this phone, but all that water will be, when it comes in, all this water is going to be funneling out right there. And then you have the run out. Now when that water's warm, warmer, man, trout and reds will sit right in there eating sand fleas. Pompano will get in there real shallow. You don't always have to cast it a mile, that's for sure. Yep, right where the ripples are. It goes against the normal flow of the water a lot of the times. So hopefully y'all get out there and fish the next few days. Hope to see some more full coolers over the weekend. It was great to see so many awesome catches of big whiting, guys. That was phenomenal. Nice fish. A lot of 15, 16-inch whiting. Yeah, this will be a good run out on the high tide. This poor guy. Yeah, yes, I would say so. Flagler is definitely high impact. It seems like you're always able to fish that first trough on high or low tide because of the slope at the beach. Those high impact beaches can make it tough sometimes to catch sand fleas though, because the waves are constantly pounded. At least on the low impact, a lot of times the waves will go out and you'll see the school of sand fleas, and you'll just be able to get a good scoop of them and without getting soaked. Yep, see now, tide's coming in now, so this water's gonna start filling up this little indentation. It's not deep at all, but it's enough that water pools in it. And that's caused, like I said, by the little riverbed that comes around. And then it goes out and creates a run out. Hope y'all guys stay warm. Get out there and fish. Let me know how y'all do. Oh, I believe it. Those slopes don't play, man. They do not play. There's a pier in the distance. I don't envy their job today because working with concrete and steel cannot be a pleasant job today. All right, guys. Yep, Mark, good talking to you. And everyone else watching, thank you. We appreciate the support. And hopefully we'll be back tomorrow with a water report. Hopefully it's clean with that northeast wind and some fish will be caught. Catch y'all later.